All right. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Joy. I'm back again with another video. I hope that you guys are doing well and I hope that you guys are staying safe. You guys, I just wanted to talk about a quick topic here. This one is not going to be too long. But this video, you guys, just a reminder, just in case if you're looking for like some inspiration, motivation, just wanted to bring this up to you. But before I do get into it, welcome to Live Narc Free. This channel is all about getting free and staying free after dealing with narcissistic abuse. So, yeah, you guys. So I just wanted to just remind you guys to be careful how you treat people, you guys. For especially those of you that have been victimized by the narcissist, you have been abused, mistreated, taken advantage of, betrayed, and things like that. And maybe even traumatized for some. That's why this is really important for you to do your inner healing and your inner work. Because if you do not do that, you guys, you can actually, make it so that, you build up a lot of bad karma and you kind of see that your life begins to take a turn for the worse. So, you just want to be careful that, you treat people how you want to be treated, that you have standards, that you have values, you have morals, and you do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, you can hear what I'm saying, but you'll actually be able to see it manifest, especially like when it comes to God. Because as I always say in the videos, God is the one that's in control. God rules the world. He's the creator of the universe. So he's all about justice, right? He's all about fairness. He's all about it's a universal scientific, thing with God. Like he's like, okay, you put that out, you get it back. You get me? So, you just really, really, really have to be careful how you treat people. Now, I know that's easier said than done, especially if you have been mistreated by a narcissist, or maybe it's not a narcissist. Maybe it could just be a regular person, but you could feel like, you got the short end of the other stick, or you felt like, maybe you got played, or maybe you feel like you got set up, or maybe you felt like, you got done wrong, or you felt like somebody did you dirty, or, somebody tried to play you for a fool, and stuff like that. Just understand you don't have to do anything back to these people. Now, if it's a situation where it comes forth, then yes, you may have to do something as far as just kind of keeping things cordial and protecting yourself at the end of the day. Of course, some folks, when it comes to certain situations, especially with the narcissist, some people may have to get restraining orders. They may have to get a mediator, or they may have to get an authority figure involved, and that's understandable. Just make sure, and again, I'm not telling anybody what to do, of course, disclaimer, like I'm just saying to just be mindful and be wise, and use your intuition when it comes to these situations. But the biggest thing is, even if somebody does you wrong or somebody does you dirty, you guys, do not take revenge against them. Do not. I'm telling you, that's the best decision that you can make, because if you do try to take matters into your own hands, that will be your karma. You always want to make sure that you are on the good side of karma, because when you're on the good side of karma, then that's when your life begins to change for the better. Now, when you're on the bad side of karma, then that's when you become either like a narcissist, or you become miserable, or you kind of go into a funk, and it just, it's not good. You get me? So only treat people the way you want to be treated, right? And I'm only speaking from firsthand experience, and so I've seen both sides of the fence, right? Like, because like I said, I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect here. I've done things, that I'm not proud of. But of course, I worked on myself. I've healed. I moved on, and I recovered. You get me? So those are things of the past. But in the present moment, moving forward in my life, I see the benefit of allowing God to handle situations that he tells me to. Because again, you always have to make sure that you do. It's important to have a relationship with God. And I talk about this in my book called Your Pain Will Make You Successful. If you have not got it, please make sure that you do get it, because it definitely does talk about the importance of having a relationship with God, and how that's really going to be beneficial to you in your journey, and making it so that, you do live a good, productive, and a constructive life, a life full of meaning and fulfillment. But yeah, and so the thing with God is that, he's our judge. It's judgment day, right? So God is the one who's going to judge you, and it's not me, it's not anybody else. That's why it's really important that you really are independent of what people think, because nobody is going to really judge you the most but God. Like I said, God is omnipresent, so God is always watching. So remember, no one's going to get away with anything, right? God is going to make sure that people get what they deserve. God's going to make sure that you get what you deserve, especially like if you are on the good side of karma. And then God's also going to make sure you get what you deserve if you're on the bad side of karma. So, you just got to make sure you're on the right side. You get me? So you definitely do have that. But yeah, just be mindful of how you treat people. Be mindful, and you don't have control over other people, right? Because I know people are like, oh, well, how come it seems like the narcissist gets away? Some people, I know one person reached out and it was like, oh, why does a narcissist get to look like the hero when they were the perpetrator, and I get to look like the villain? It's just like, let it go, let it go. It doesn't matter how it looks. Just focus on yourself, focus on your own life, do your own thing, do your inner healing, do your inner work, and let it go. Trust me, like that's the best way to live. It's the best decision to make. I'm telling you, because if you do anything to the narcissist, or they do something to you and you react, you will be taken upon their negative bad karma. Or if you are around them or you engage in whatever schemes or plans that they got, I'm telling you, you are gonna lose a lot dealing with this person. So you do not want to be around this individual. Now I know it's difficult, like I said, if it's a family situation, like let's say if it's your parent, or if it's an in-law, or it's a relative or something like that, cousin, auntie, uncle, you just got to be mindful. Maybe you have to plan to leave or something like that, plan to move, plan to to be independent, because these individuals don't want to see you leave. These people want to keep you stuck, trapped. They want to induce fear into you. They want to make you feel afraid. They want to bully you, harass you, stalk you. They want to intimidate you, and they may try to get other people involved. So you just really have to be careful. Or they can play victim, and stuff like that. Or they may try to say, hey, I'm going to do something to myself to get your sympathy, or act out and things like that. So I'm telling you guys, you got to do what's best for you at the end of the day, and protect yourself, and reach out for support. Don't be afraid to reach out for help, because like I said, I've heard a lot of people have told me this. They have literally said, Joy, I was afraid to reach out. I felt embarrassed, like coming to you and talking to you about this, because, a lot of people care about what people think. That's a big thing. People want to feel loved and validated. That's normal human wants and needs. I get it, but you have to come to the point where you just don't care. Like you have to just really be detached from what people think, because it doesn't matter what people think. It only matters what God thinks about you, because God is your creator. God is the one that will have your back when nobody else will. Now, like I said, granted, you can pray and ask God to bring the right people into your life that would, be like God himself, those type of individuals. But other than that, most people are not going to be how you want them to be. It's sad, but it's true, and once you can face that reality, then you just really just stop caring. Like literally does not matter. If nobody's paying your bills, nobody's putting food in your mouth, it should not matter their opinion. It just literally does not matter, you guys. I'm just being honest. You get me? So yeah, and even if that is the case, it's still like, it is what it is. Like it still doesn't matter. Like, but of course you support people that support you. But if those people are not supporting you, I'm telling you, it doesn't. You should not care what people think. To be honest, it just should not be a thought in your mind. So, but anyway, you guys, I hope that that is helpful though, in that regards. I did want to also talk about, let me see. So yeah, just please be careful, you guys, how you treat others. Because if you are doing something to somebody that you don't want done to you, then you just want to think twice before you do something. You get me? Let me see. There was something else I was gonna talk to you guys about. Looks like it. Hold on. I think it was on the live that we was doing. Yeah. So yeah, person was just saying that so that his girlfriend called him a narc because he was trying to guide her on the right path. Yeah. So the thing about it, when you get into relationships, yeah, it's good. You can guide your person and things like that, but at the end of the day, don't be a dictator though. You get what I'm saying? Like people can lead. It depends on who's gonna be the leader. Of course, equally share power. Don't be having a dynamic like a narc where they're trying to control you, manipulate you, and gaslight you, and make you a puppet and stuff like that, and make you a doormat, make you a people pleaser. Like you don't want your relationship to be like that. It has to be 100-100 or 50-50. Like, you get me? So, you want to make sure you have that dynamic, but only, if a person is asking you for guidance, okay, cool, guide them. But if they're not really asking you, don't dictate that to them, or don't be a tyrant, or, trying to force yourself to, like, get somebody to do something or get them to go this way. Allow them to want to do that on their own, so that way they don't grow to resent you. Because when you have to force somebody to do something, or it's like it's a struggle, it's like they're gonna grow to resent you, and it's destined to, like, kind of break apart, because it's like that they're doing something that they don't really want to do. You get me? So that's why it's important to, like, if you're ever in a relationship, or you're in a friendship, or any connection, whether it's a business affair or just an associate, like, make sure it's real, like, make sure it's genuine, make sure that it has good intentions. Because if it's not, then it's gonna go left. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then it's gonna make you feel bad, then you're gonna accumulate karma that you have to pay off. Like, that's just, you don't want to be in that position. Yeah, like the person was saying, it comes off as controlling. Yeah, it does come off as controlling, probably because the person probably didn't ask to be guided. Now, again, it's not to say that you can't give advice, or guidance, or any confirmation or clarity, but only do it if a person asks. Now, I mean, some folks may be like, hey, well, I just feel like I need to say something, and da 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 da. It's like, you can, but allow the person to come to you, if they have any concerns or questions, or whatever the case is. You know what I mean? But, you know, oh, and then one person says research indicates that no contact is the best way to deal with a narcissist. Yeah, it's ultimately, if you have not gone no contact with a narcissist, you probably are going too soon, because I know that's what it was for me. I know, like, especially like with my aunt that was a narc, the male narc, in the borderline. Like, I remember, like, it was to a point where it was like, okay, we're in contact, cool, cool, cool. And then it was to the point where it was limited contact. You get me? And then, but of course, with all the abuse, you're gonna be like, bro, like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, you get what I'm saying? So they kind of force you to go no contact. You get me? But sometimes, due to selfish reasons, the narcissist will play mind games, right? They will be manipulative, especially like if they want something from you, or they feel like they can use you in some way. They'll play tricks and games, and they'll scheme, and try to set you up and stuff like that. So you just got to be careful. You got to be careful, because they'll try to find ways to break the no contact, or they'll find ways to talk to you, or they'll find ways to reach out, or they'll find ways to be sneaky and manipulative about it, because they have to do that. That's how they have to live. So it's kind of, it's sad, but I mean, that's what they chose. Nobody told them that they had to be like that. That's what they decided. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? And then the person says, I think the narcissist puts on a mask to attract victims. Absolutely. They have to. Like I said, they have to do that in order for them to survive, really. To be honest, if they're not pretending, then what is it for them? They know that they do evil stuff, and it ain't right, but they do it anyway, and that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Definitely not cool, and not cute at all. Not cute. So, um, it's just time to kind of just see the narcissist for what it is, see the abuse for what it is, and like I said, don't be afraid to speak up and to speak out, and to share like what it is that you've gone through, because like I said, you could be helping somebody that has been silenced by the narcissist, or somebody that is like trapped, or they feel stuck. I know somebody said that they felt stuck with the narcissist. You know what I'm saying? They felt like they couldn't move on, but they knew that they were bad, and this and that. It's just like, you have to find that courage. You got to, because if you don't, then nobody else is going to do it. You have to be the one to make that decision. I can't make that decision. Nobody can. It has to start with the whatever, each and every particular victim and survivor. You have to be the one to make that decision to want better. You have to say, hey, enough is enough. Like, I deserve better. This isn't right. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you have to be the one to make that decision, because the narcissists, they're going to keep doing what they're doing for as long as they can. They're not going to stop doing what they're doing, but you have to be the one to break that cycle of toxicity and things like that. So anyway, I hope that this made sense, you guys. Make sure that you do give this like, I said, make sure you get this like, make sure that you do give this video a like, share, and subscribe. I would love to know what was your guys' takeaway, some things that you learned. As always, if you guys would like to reach out to me for any support, make sure that you do visit my website. It definitely has a lot of different tools, resources that you guys can take advantage of. You also feel free to join my free Facebook support group called the Healing and the Recovery Room, and all that good stuff. So, but yes, I love you guys, and make sure any other topics that you guys want me to make in regards to the narcissist or just mental health, some tips on healing, recovery, and any particular personality that you may have that is going to be helpful to you on your journey and how to cope with after dealing with abuse, please let me know. But until then, I love you guys, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye.